What about what's going to be coming at the end? Is it going to be coming positive or going to be coming negative? Bro. Kuko aje kwani? Hii njia si ya Marwa bana.
Mimi jichanganye uje tu na hiyo kamera pale.
Sasa unaona mimi niko sehemu zangu bro.
Wewe jichanganye tu uje na hiyo kamera pale.
So sasa ngori ni gani? Ngori ni gani? Buda acha nikuambie mani. Haya.
Jichanganye na hiyo kamera uje na hapa kwangu nikunyoshe.
I'm not interested with you bro. I'm not interested with you, bro. I'm not interested with you. I know you have that kind of a jealousy. My friend, I'm not interested and I'm not fearing.
You just treated Marwa.
You come from here, man. You could do whatever you think you can do.
I'm telling you, try even in my road.
So I'm not interested to you because you have a long way to go still, huh? Exactly. So the point goes back to everything has to go back. You understand? These are just the Munguzo are just said because that is their way of understanding. Because we have to understand, not everybody went to school, and not everybody the school is passing through them, and not everybody can pass through the school. Talk about that is it. They're going to be talking, but Ginto has to come live. I understand because I'm not fearing anybody here talking about, oh, you're going to be that way, you're going to be this way. That's just by the way, and they should be there. I understand they have to be there because for you to come out and talk about ABCD, I'm not interested with talking about how it's gonna be. This is the public land, and somebody's talking about this is Marwa's road. Very stupidity of theirs. They have a long way to go, and that is the mentality I'm gonna be talking about. They don't understand at that kind of an esquire. So at this kind of the portfolio, we have guys, let me tell you one thing. You know, if you want to know that the person is very full right now, look at the shoes. If look at the grade a person should be. If up to right now a person can talk about you're gonna be going for the Timberlands, you are still a goon. They use goonic shoes bigly and also come out very fantastic. At this extent, we have to go forward and also understand how is the program, how is everything, and how is everything running. Right now, you understand much of the people have a bigger defect, whereby they think about whenever they see Ginto, they're not in peace. Hello folks, wherever you are, welcome back. This is the beginning of this kind of the video. Thank you very much for you being there and watching. Today we have much of the breaking news coming right now in the evening section. We're going to be starting it at this kind of the time and making it happen, as we're going to be broadcasting it live at this kind of the pathway to make it happen. As what is now coming out at this kind of the point is to entail and understand what's really popping out at the village. The road is very safe. I'm just reporting live on what's going to be handled at this kind of the time and what's going to be taking over at this kind of the time. And I know that is the way we have to get it forward and make it happen, because this is just much of the thing. I understand Amar also is waiting for this kind of the report so you can just understand, is it really raining or how is the condition of the road, because already they have already tanganized and talked about Rocio is coming back, and at the villa you can see right now I talk about Mayugun, they're coming from there to make sure that they're just planning on everything on how things are gonna getting to accommodate and also receive her, as it has been so long, and also you understand that kind of the loneliness from their boss talk about that kind of the fantastic model. That is the way forward, and we're going to be making it happen as far as everything is in concern. At this kind of the point, I appreciate, because much of them are asking about, oh, how is everything here? And already things are just happening the way they are. Talk about, it has been a long way. Right now, talk about even this is not around, and it's just making sure that everything is just coping up with the way it has been, and also how the things are. What I can just advise much of the things is sometimes you can have what is always coming out is that much of the people talk about whatever you can just do at this kind of the point, it can just reflect at the far end of the other point. What do I mean at this kind of the point? I mean that what can just, you can have been into an emotion right now and talk about, okay, what about what's going to be coming at the end? Is it going to be coming positive or going to be coming negative? Bro.
Hata na wewe ushageuza hii njia ya Marwa kama yako. Sije rekodi huku nikuonyeshe dunia watu wanavyoishi.
Kuko aje kwani?
Wewe ushageuza hii njia ya Marwa.
Hii njia si ya Marwa bana.
Mimi jichanganye uje tu na hiyo kamera pale.
Sasa unaona mimi niko sehemu zangu bro.
Wewe jichanganye tu uje na hiyo kamera pale.
So sasa ngori ni gani? Ngori ni gani? Buda acha nikuambie mani. Haya.
Jichanganye na hiyo kamera uje na hapa kwangu nikunyoshe.
I'm not interested with you bro. I'm not interested with you bro. I'm not interested with you. I know you have that kind of a jealousy. My friend, I'm not interested and I'm not fearing.
You just treated Marwa.
You come from here, man. You could do whatever you think you can do.
Me, I'm telling you, try even in my road.
So I'm not interested to you because you have a long way to go still, huh? Exactly. So the point goes back to everything has to go back. You understand? These are just the Munguzo are just said because that is their way of understanding. Because we have to understand, not everybody went to school, and not everybody the school is passing through them, and not everybody can pass through the school. Talk about that is it. They're going to be talking, but Ginto has to come live. I understand because I'm not fearing anybody here talking about, oh, you're going to be that way, you're going to be this way. That's just by the way, and they should be there. I understand they have to be there because for you to come out and talk about A, B, C, D, I'm not interested with talking about how it's going to be. This is the public land, and somebody's talking about this is Marwa's road. Very stupidity of the eyes. They have a long way to go, and that is the mentality I'm going to be talking about. They don't understand. How can you talk about this kind of the road belongs to somebody? And what about the people are just, even him is just protruding from this road. So can you talk about that road is Mayuguno's road? Very sometimes opacity and the principle, they don't govern themselves. I talked about this kind of an issue whereby people don't understand. There are people who pass through the school. The school never passed through them. And the ones who are now becoming too monotonous, thinking about they're going to be intimidated. Yet is not intimidated with anyone. Apart from talking about you are. We used to talk about, hey, man, you're going to be A, B, C, D. But at this kind of the time, it's just, mambo vipi bro? Mambo iko chonjo? Safi brother. Mimi niko kimboka manze. Acha tucheze kama sisi, si ndio? Tutafute, si ndio? Exactly. Back to the system. Guys, ever talking about this kind of the time, much of the people, they've been set. And what they're waiting for is Gintu to go to there. I'm not interested in Mayuguno's home. It has nothing to offer me because he has a long way to go still. And right now, you just feel like he could just punch me much of the 2-3 things. I'm not fearing much of the crackatoos of the day. He can just find it rough. He thinks about, he knows how to beat some people. He's just a small organism to me. He doesn't know who we are. He thinks about whenever you're going to be having such kind of much money here and there. Right now is just a crackatoo of the day, and that's what's called the postcroms. We know how to handle ourselves. Not the way they're going to be talking about, hey. The way he came from here, I was just looking at him. He knows that they're going to be coming to attack Ginto. This is just a by the way. They should understand. The road is not made for... How is a person thinking about... Now you have... If God has talked about you're going to be a leader at this kind of the way. Now he has used you. You have graded the road. Not that. God knows why. You graded the road and you put the maram. And somebody's talking about now I'm just coming to take a content here. That is it, because it's a public way. And if it's a best way for us to film and they're feeling guilty, why can't they come and put their cameras here and do it? Because they're thinking about you have to go to somebody's home, you go to Nasto's home, you go to Marwa's home, you go to Dimwango's home and film there and talk about, guys, I was having a division. I'm not interested with that one. We are enough, and here we are, we're going to be having average report. And if these are the people who are just sent, they have a long way to go, and I'm not intimidated anymore, because as far as everything is concerned, but not any kind of a YouTuber talk about, oh, Gintu is not intimidated, you come and talk about you are not intimidated. They will hit you like Cherokee drum. They understand who I am, and I'm not obligating somebody's justice. That is the fact about it, because sometimes somebody can talk about that, okay, this Gintu is this way, this Gintu is that way. I understand that is the way forward, and for us to go forward, it's not a must that we have to fight. That is what we are ever talking about. I know there are jeers about, I've been reporting live from here, talking about this is how it should be done, that's how it could be done, and how we're going to be solidarizing this kind of the things here. I understand when even I was at this kind of the portfolio, much of the people have been told, okay, whenever you see this kind of the boy this way, just handle it that way. Okay, that is fine, that is good. And what we need is one-on-one to understand what's really popping out at this kind of the Esquire, what's really happening, because even tomorrow we're going to be having something brand new that we're going to be coming, which is we're going to be having a very good meeting tomorrow that we're going to be coming out, but I don't know how it's going to be fixed and how it's going to be occurring, because we have to settle and make things to happen more perpendicularly per unit time at that kind of an Esquire. So at this kind of the portfolio, we have guys, let me tell you one thing. You know, if you want to know that the person is a very fool right now, look at the shoes. If look at the grade a person should be. If up to right now a person can talk about you're going to be going for the Timberlands, you are still a goon. They use goonic shoes, and that is not my perpendicular. You know, you might be bouncing and talking about you're going to be bouncing. Right now, they don't have money. That is it. Right now, people are going to be bouncing A, B, C, D. The house is stuck. What he could be doing is focus on his own over, talk about the Rindima Vira. But nobody is interested with him, because he used to think about he's the demigod at that kind of the time. Even people could just go there with, they're now rushing to Marwa Villa. That is their life. I'm not interested with that one. They're going to be talking about, oh, guys, I'm coming live from Marwa. Oh, they're now going for the preparation for receiving Rocio. That is it. And that is what we're going to be broadcasting live, because already we have the hints. And already what is coming out at this kind of an Esquire is whereby, I said it one day, that some people think about how they're going to be so rude, and they think about their rudeness can just differentiate or bring something different to their career. As I said it, that if they want to know how to handle matters politely, let a safari ant get to their testicles. They will know how to handle matters politely. Like him has never tested it. He's just going to be testing who is Gintu. And that kind of the time, he'll just meet whoever he thinks about he's going to be meeting at this kind of the time. We have to broadcast it live. And this is what we have. This is the challenge that is coming from the village. People think about when a person talks about, okay, I have graded the road, they think about that road belongs to that person who has graded it. When Mr. Cecil graded the road, they thought about this road has been graded with Mr. Cecil and is a courtesy of Marwa. Nobody refused. But why do you think about you have done something to the community, now you think about you own it? That's the stupidity of the highest order. And even Marwa himself, he understands. Because whenever I'm passing, I've never heard Marwa talking about ABCD. But why the dogs? Talk about the watchdogs here. That just mimicking stupidity of the highest order. But I'm not interested. We understand that's their life and that's how they are. And that's why they have stuck into one person. Talking about I have to go to the villa, I have to go to the villa, so they can just make it happen. We used to be there. And this kind of the post comes out they're coming. He's no longer in the grade. Talk about even he was kicked out and talked about go and develop your area. Why always coming here? Even he was kicked out. But right now it's still concerning about going to be to the villa around whatever is talking about the road belongs to Marwa. That is the stupidity and the aquacity that they develop unto their own stupidical medulla oblongatas. And to the dilemma of the day, and let me put the prefix that way. The metador of today comes at this kind of the Esquire. Right now, there was a negotiation that has been done from every kind of the party. Talk about from A party to B party, from C party to D party. Talking about Marwa left from this kind of the village and went to Nairobi so they can just go and bring the wife back. That is the point. And right now, the watchdogs, they're just there to prepare the way and make sure that everything is prepared very fantastic. Whenever she's going to be coming, you're going to be talking about, yeah, we have received, oh, now Rocio is back. That's their work. That's their cheer. It's called a cheering squad. And I'm not interested with the cheering. They're just called catalysts. They're just put there to make sure that chemical reaction is coming out. They have been titillated and berated already. And that's their mind has been set that, okay, I have to talk about Marwa ABCD. This is the village. We have to talk about what we see. Not that we have to support somebody. He has done something wrong because you know that you are licking their buttocks. We have to say that, oh, this kind of the person is good. This person is good. That is nonsensical thing that want to be developing at the environment. Why can't we talk about if you have done the road? Yes, it's good. Even again, we're going to be stepping on it. I'm reporting it live that the road is good, the weather is very nice, and Marwa going to be watching the video. He has to understand that whenever the driver talk about the guy who is going to be taking the Mercedes to the airstrip, you're going to be coming via the air, you're going to be talking about the road is very nice and it has not rained, yet the trenches are good, it has not been broken. So the road is very fantastic. Even I saw the vehicles are just going for 2-3 preparation and refueling. And they're now taking some corners here and there to make sure that everything is happening. So that is the village report. And to make sure that everything is running, they have to understand this is a project, this is a platform. They have to understand it. But when are they going to understand? Because they have never seen this kind of the way I'm doing it. Because they thought about going to be running from one place to another, running from one home to another. I'm not interested that, oh, I have to go to Majugo to do what? What is there? We used to go there and talk about, come on, I'm not giving out some, I'm not giving out some shout-outs. I'm giving shout-outs on weekend. And on the weekend, he has $1 million on the pocket and is now rushing from one place to another and going to Nairobi, hitting their wife in them, whatever they're going to be doing there. Nobody's interested with that one. Right now, he's a senior bachelor like me, like Marwa also. But right now, Marwa has gone for the wife. What is he doing? Me, I don't know how I'm going to be dealing with this kind of the perpendicular per unit time. That is what I'm going to be reporting live. And at this kind of the time is, I understand some of the defects come from every kind of the home. Every home has a defect. Every home has a scenario. Every home has a problem. Talk about Marwa is now fixing his own problem. But he's not just there here to talk about, oh, how it's going to be, oh, you are just recording in Marwa's road. And that is the stupidity. And that is the very awkward thing that somebody can ever speak out of the humanity. You understand, these are just the illiteracy that is making things not to happen. And these are the people talking about they're going to be developing the village. Idiots. Developing the village. Idiots. We are challenged in this kind of the village. I'm not pleased. Because if an idiot can just talk about going to be governing people, I don't know how the learned people will go. I don't know. Because how the things come is whereby he should focus on himself, talking about how am I going to do. Who is interested with this road? Even I've never passed through this road. They are just hijacking whenever Marwa is grading the road. They are just talking about Marwa, please pass from me here so they can just lick his buttocks. Pass through here and make it happen so they can just go home. Does he even have a gate there? I don't know. So at this kind of the portfolio, I know. It's a way of the jealousy that developed when we started talking about this kind of the people should be focused and should be put in a real focus way of talking about this is how we should do it. So who is interested of talking about the talk about the Rindima? Already that team is collapsed because nobody, it's only Kennedy the Remedy who is still licking by Yukuno's buttocks behind and talk about I want to go here. And that is, some people never develop at that kind of a Esquire. Some people think about the 2-3 things that they're just talking about, oh, I have to go to Marwa here and do whatever. That is the point that everybody should understand. You'll never stack at a point, and you are now becoming like a stupid person. Everybody will talk about, oh, you are going where? Oh, you'll find somebody is there. Oh, whenever you're going, oh, he has stayed there for a long time. When will you develop and be like them? You know, sometimes we have to use mind, and we should mind our own businesses also. if Gintu is stuck at this position, talking about I have to come out with my content. This is the content form. I came and I found the visitor whom is just walking with, Mayugun is walking with, and I told him, hey bro, please, if you have finished your video, I'm going to be placing my video here. If you are feeling uncomfortable, leave. Or I want to be setting it. If you're not feeling good, please say, I will just look for another alternative. He said, bro, no problem. You just put your stuffs there and continue. Then he passed very well and left. Now that's where Mayugun has reached there. So he came to think about he's going to be intimidating me. He came with a scenario thinking about going to be coming to detect or think about going to be hitting Gintu. My friend, people think about they're going to be having power. We are not interested with power because he's just a small boy right now. He used to be a bigger man. During that time we were struggling to make it happen because everybody was talking about I'm going there. Even people could just go there with so many things, talk about cooking oil and whatever. But when they reach there, they're told that, oh, I don't do this one, I don't do that. This is a very common communicable thing that you can talk about. But if you have never used it and you think about you're going to be rising like the way you are, using a Timberland right now, a human, talk about a full YouTuber using a Timberland and coming to tell people that if you go to my site, what is there for people to do? Where you are just going to hijack Jamaican uncles, so they, oh, you know, you are just licking people's buttocks and talking about, hey, please, I want some cement, I want ABCD. Try and be you, my friend. You know, let me tell you a story. When I was at the villa, we used to do content, and this kind of the contents were coming out at a way that we were filming as so many people. We were like ships. We were talking about, hey, something new. Oh, Nasto is carrying a stone. Everybody is there with the camera. Oh, Nasto is carrying a stone. Whenever we see Mayugun is now talking about scooping using a thrower and putting at the top of the brick, everybody is there with the camera. Oh, Mayugun is now making it. That era used to be there. Right now, everybody is focused. Everybody is thinking about how can I be? Okay, you used to be that way. Everybody used to film you. So right now, who gonna be filming you? That's what everybody is dreaming about. Can there be somebody who will be filming me at an extent of the other way? But not every day that you will be filmed. One day you will have to film them. Because when I came to this kind of the road, they are the ones who are talking about, yeah, bring the djembe, yeah, bring Maru is walking with the camera doing nothing. They are here struggling. Tribo is there very sweating. Nasto is there very sweating and talking about, yeah, pull it. For how long? And they are there. Even whenever Marwa goes to the machine and talk about, oh, how is it, and recording this and then this, everybody is there with the camera. Hey, that is how the things are moving, and that's their life of making it. We have moved on. Everybody wants to know what you want to do at this specific moment. So this is my niche, Village Report. They have to understand it. And they should gauge that I'm not intimidated with anyone. Because if you think about you are intimidating everybody, try your best. You're going to find me where necessary. And you will find that things are different. That is what I can tell. And at this kind of an square, I'm not blocking anyone to not pass through the road. It's very big. If a truck going to be coming, I'll move aside. Then I return my camera. If there's no one I'm humiliating nor doing anything else, because whoever wants to pass can pass. The only thing they are fearing is that whenever they will, or because they are watching the videos, Marwa is watching the video, Dimongo is watching the video, whenever they will be seen and to Gintu's video, they'll think about this kind of the people are part of their program, which is something which is very awkward and which is something which is controversial. That how long will you talk about when somebody that you are filming and somebody passes as talk about something passes differently. Talk about somebody passes through here and talk about this is just a broadcasting that is coming out at this kind of the time. But why do you want to talk about this is the way of not engaging properly to understand that everybody has his own way and the mentality of handling their own prefixes and making sure that the postcoms and intercoms are coming at their own validity way. I know. One thing which is bringing much of the harm to much of the people, they are feeling jealousy and ego, like Mayugono, who is now finding it rough right now, is now finding it good, and is now thinking about how it's gonna be, and is now thinking on how he should upgrade himself and understand himself. One thing, if you are using somebody's assets more than you are using yours, you have a long way to go. Right now, better they fix. He has to put some solars. They have to fix electricity. And they are fixing only the road thinking about it's theirs. When they will fix the electricity, they will say that I'm the one who have fixed it is mine. You see where the awkwardity is coming from? When somebody can talk about, I want to make sure that even me, I'm having my own Wi-Fi, fix my own things, you are rushing to the villa to use the Wi-Fi, you are rushing to the villa for the content inside, and you're talking about, oh, you're going to be doing ABCD. One day it will be closed the way it was closed. You will be outside here, maneuvering, rumor-mongering, and talking about, oh, I wish I knew I started my own content. I wish I knew I could be ABCD. That is their life right now. At this point, I was talking about back to the same point. Tomorrow tomorrow is on Saturday, and there was a meeting that had been planned. Talk about Chris the Great. We could be having a chief. We could be having DC, district officer. We could be having the OCS police. And also the others, talk about other police officers, they could be there. And the villagers should be there. And I talk about the village elders, they should be there. To make sure that tomorrow it could be a meeting of talking about the whole village. When this kind of the report came out and the police came out talking about we should find ourselves at this point, already Marwa tangled out. Talk about Dimwango tangled out, and right now we are just remaining with the goons, like Dimwango, talk about like Mayugono, who is just has lost the focus, and they're the ones who are just thinking about they have much of the prefixes to fold, and talk about they know how to antagonize much of the things onto the environment, but no, don't be focused with those ones, because we understand how they are, and that is their character. And whenever you see people talking about they are supporting Amaro, that's their character. Rudeness beyond nature. And they are sauntering to the front seats of the church. And the clashman can even identify and talk about come and greet the people who are just in the church, the worshippers. And even they know that this kind of the person is a fool over the fools. But he will be given a chance to talk about, oh, can you come and speak out and tell people how God has helped you. That is something which is very contradicting. You are now bringing stupidity to other people. So how do you want other people to behave? That is the question that much of the people should be asked. Why do you want to think about it's only because of money? Because even right now the churches have engaged in terms of getting money also. If you talk about I have 100,000 and you are a village fool, even the smallest children knows that. You are a village fool. You'll be given the chance so as you can just speak rubbish. And that is, and people will be clapping to you because understanding that you're going to be having something to share to them as a handout. That is that's where the nation is moving. That's where Africa is moving. And that's why we are still stuck and talking about the road has been graded. It belongs to somebody. Why couldn't it be named from the upper section? And when we talk about this kind of the things, they think about we are attacking them. It's because of their mentality, their way of handling matters which doesn't belong to them. Why couldn't he talk about, okay, even me as I am, I'm going to be developing my road and make sure that I'm putting much. This road is made with donations. Even if the courtesy is coming from Marwa, yes, but it's made with donations. His donations, I don't know where they went, and that's why they're coming to Farabagast. And I'm telling people, they think about they're going to be silencing Gintu, but they have a long way to go. That's what I can tell them. And if they think about fighting is what is necessary, I know how to do it. Let him try one day. They will see in the camera, live. Because they think about, oh, you know, I've been a top mason, I've been working ABCD, they'll know that this kind of the people outside there, they don't. How can a person intrude to this kind of the village, even is not meant to be in this kind of the area, even is just being searched with the police, east and south, talking about how can this kind of a Tanzanian bring much of the stupidity here, is coming to talk about a person who is living here now, is the same character this kind of the people are developing. They're even submitting this kind of the characters to their fellow people who are thinking about they're going to be handling much of the matters, which is a very pogromitic thing, which is a very undisputive thing that they could be doing. And the people right now, they have engaged to understand. Things change at a different position. Let everybody engage with their own things. So the good thing is, Marwa going to be landing back with Rocio from from Nairobi, and it has been a long time because even them, they're going to be asking and getting the content from Gintu to know what's really popping out. I'm the person who even notified as many people that Marwa has bought a Mercedes-Benz. Most people never knew it. Even they are staying at the villa. They never be told. Right now, nobody going to be telling them that right now, it had been a long way and Marwa has found Rocio where she is, and they're going to be having a very vital information. I told you that whether you like it or not, Gintu going to be getting the information. They had a very big talk, and they have talked about they're going to be coming back, but in conditions. And they're going to be coming, and everybody should be given her own way of handling matters. Talk about Marwa thinks about everything belongs to him. But this kind of the things, maybe they were put together as both of them, like the safari vehicle, because it has made them not to progress. Talk about the Gitiriba right now is in Nairobi to fix that kind of the vehicle. And much of the people now are just making it. Talk about this kind of the village is of a drama. Talk about most of the people have contributed a lot of money so they can just send them to Gitiriba, and Gitiriba going to fix this kind of the safari vehicle. For which kind of the responsibility to make sure that is again coming back tomorrow, because that is the way forward only. At this kind of an extent, the people who came with the Mercedes-Benz are the ones who went with the Gitiriba back to Nairobi, so they can just go and fix that kind of a vehicle there to make sure that it's just talk about fixed very properly, and again painted very properly. It's going to be developing and making sure they're going to be coming back. At that extent right now, Rocio right now, she is now feeling better and she's good. That is the report that has come out with an immediate effect. And right now, I think Marwa going to be crying, because right now, how is the baby behaving? How is everything running at this kind of the cardiophagistic time? That is what everybody should understand and engage. At this position, I'm going to be talking about, we have so many things to entail and report from the village as it's going to be occurring, because we don't know what about tomorrow, because this kind of the people from the civil society, they're going to be coming to make sure they're going to be coming to fix the errors that have been developed. And I know much of the people will fear to go, because such of the people talking about, hey, you know, it has been A, B, C, D from this kind of the pathway, from this kind of the pathway. But what is there? Even if everybody engaged and talk about this is how it's going to be fixed, Gintu should be there one-on-one, and the people should get it at that kind of the point. And there's no way of talking about, and much of the people should understand that fixing everything is a common way of making it happen. When Gintu is making the content, much of the people are jealous that why is Gintu making the content, and they are passing through the, you know guys, what is making things to be so funny is whereby you are passing through the same road and you have not found the content through the road. Right now, Gintu is coming to the road to make his own content, and you're talking about why am I coming to this road and making a content, and it's being watched, and you are passing through here. That is what is causing them to have a problem. But I'm not interested in that one. Everybody has his own way of making his own content. Nobody has come to bother you that, okay, hey bro, can I have a content with you? I'm not interested with that one. That is a failure that you are going to look for a content from somebody that, oh, please, can I going to sit in somebody's area? That era is no longer available. And we should be thinking, and what do we need in terms of, understand, even the people are just in the comment section, they're always talking about A, B, C, D. But the real thing is, they're not them who are making this kind of the content. Not them. And if they are talking about, I'm talking from this kind of the road, it's Gintu is making the content, not the road. Can the road come out and talk about this is the things that are going to be happening? The road is just there to be hit and also to be exploited very much. And that is the way forward. That's the best way of handling matters. But the other way of talking about this is how it's going to be A, B, C, D, no. And that is the movement of making things to happen. As far as everything is in concern, we have to understand that the portfolio is there, it should be there, it will be there, and everybody will be there. Today it's going to be me, but tomorrow it will be somebody else. But not the way it should be. That is a way of making things to come out bigly and also come out very fantastic. At this extent, we have to go forward and also understand how is the program, how is everything, and how is everything running. Right now, you understand much of the people have a bigger defect, whereby they think about whenever they see Gintu, they're not in peace. If they don't see Gintu, some of them, they talk about, okay, Gintu, we're going to be having this kind of things come together. We're going to be having this coming at this kind of the rate. But no. Let us engage in everybody's business and make things happen. Everybody has his own way, and everybody understands that this is the way forward and this is the way not forward. So as far as everything is in concern, keep it tuned, keep it locked. Back again to the area, and we're going to be fixing much of the things. A, B, C, D. And this is the way forward. Wagwan. Guys, keep it tuned. Back again to the center. Here we go. Let's fix the nation and fix the village. That is it. I don't understand. Somebody's talking about your experience. The soldier is telling Gintu that you have to get out. Yet the soldier is the one who came and even find me at the Marwa there. I know how he was oriented and even how he was told how he is the brother to the Congo's dad. How he was told that the more he act responsibly, they will look for a very beautiful lady in this kind of the families here. And they will just give unto him. And so as he can just be conjugulating at the Marwa here. They think about something very big that we don't know. You know, understand sometimes much of the people don't have the history, and much of the people doesn't know that I know everything. So what they see Amaro is doing is keeping quiet because I know everything. I know his own secrets. I know where he put everything. That is the fact. Because how is that house more bigger than what somebody cannot know? So when I'm reporting here, they have to understand, why is not Maro coming out? Because why is not everybody, the Congress that is here, why is the people who are just there like dogs, watchdogs, are the ones who are talking about, oh, you know, they're just there to lick other people's buttocks. That is stupidity of the highest order. And that is a change that development needs. That's a change that we need other people to do. At that kind of an extent, let's progress. Let's progress and let's progress. And if we need a progress, that is the best way. I think they're discussing on how they're going to be passing. I told them they're going to be waiting for me. If they cannot pass, that is Gintu now. They have to understand their power is unto the people. Not that the power is with them. And if you come, this is just a little bit of a conscience. Why can't people honor that? They have been welcomed at the village. Why can't the people honor that they have been accommodated at this kind of the village? Not that they have something bigger. It's only the courtesy of humility people are having to let them stay. And do you know that much of the people, they don't have even a chief's stamp of staying at the villa. They don't have even a chief's any kind of an obstruct even from the police for them to stay here. And they're the ones who are gonna be so peeping, talking about, oh, Gintu should move from the way so you can pass. Very stupid minded, huh? And Marwa should be challenged in that. He thinks about sometimes he does something which is thinks about it's a normal thing, and thinks about the way you can call about, hey, my friend, come. It's not that way. What we have to act is, even the chief should understand. The chief should understand who is here and who has come to my village, who is a new person. You have to report, not the chief to come and look for it. And that is part of what will be spoken on this weekend, whereby I am Marwa and everybody, including the Congress dad, will be put in a hot seat to understand from their party what they need, to understand from the villagers' party how they are, how they want it, and what are they fearing, because we're going to be having a press. And you will hear them talking about Gintu should not be recording. Nobody should be recording. That is their own aim. But at that artifact, I tell them that they are wrong. And whoever will not come out, we will go with them to the station. That is the fact. Because we cannot be here to be intimidated with intruders. I know right now what is really there. Amaro is planning on how he's going to be getting to Rocio because she's very sick in Nairobi. And is planning on how he's going to be introducing himself, because he's looking for a person who will take him there. Select me, my friend, because Rocio was my best friend talking about Gintu. You're going to be just a good presenter at the villa here. That was at the moment of that kind of the time. But when we talk about this kind of the time, we have to understand that it's a foregone thing and we have to make it. Because when I brought one-on-one live, it's a very bigger platform, one-on-one. Everybody understands this anywhere. Even at the villa here, much of the people knows who I am. They understand. Because I did much of the things to understand that this kind of the platform has to come one-on-one out. And nobody can take it down because they are trying it. They are trying. Everybody has a brand. Talk about Avila is a brand. Talk about Team Rindimo is a brand. Talk about one-on-one is a brand also, which is growing very rapidly to take over the game and also to be part of the program for it to go. But it's a one-man army, one-on-one. And that is a way of them being humiliated, and they think about now they're going to be jealousy. I'm not afraid. Much of the people going to be talking about going to be very careful. They're going to be ABCD. Now I'm the worstest. So when I come here, I'm prepared enough. I'm prepared. No, don't worry about Gintu. You're going to be getting the reports from the village, from every corner, from every section, and how it's going to be occurring. And that is the way forward. My little kicker today: for how long will we be used? For how long will we stuck in people's property? For how long will we use these people to cause chaos? For how long will you need, or how long do you think that you'll stay with this kind of the people? For how long? Everybody is coming to their own senses of understanding that I'm being used. Now, this is not the way forward. You are used and dumped at the same time. If Marwa can dump a wife, who are you like Mawera here? Who are you? You know, sometimes I think and rethink and talk about who are you? If Marwa can dump with river, who are you? You know, sometimes I don't understand them. So they have to understand that if you are employed, and if Marwa gives you a chance, you know that he is there to use you at that position, and whenever you will be satisfied, you are no longer representative. You are no longer nothing. And I'm just giving them time, because they will be talking about Gintu. They'll talk until Gintu gonna be talking about that is how it is. We are pressurizing it. We have equity and we have the fraternity gonna be having the equity of humanity at this position. That is what we are crying for. Because everybody is crying for justice. A, B, C, D. People think about, oh, you know, when Gintu is just at this kind of the position, I'm no longer at their position. This is my background. I'm recording myself. If you put a camera to somebody for more than 15 seconds, that's how you are recording the guy. But if even the music is 7 seconds, now you are now listening to that music, but in 7 seconds and below, that music belongs to you. So it's the best way for us to act. So when I see much of the people talking about A, B, C, D, don't think about that kind of the construction. It has 8 people's souls. It has 8 people's dignity for it to be there. So when you are just sleeping there and talking about now you're sleeping in a holy place, I'm just very sorry for you. Ask us, we tell you. Why do you see much of the people don't sleep there and you are just there putting yourself there talking about everything is so good? You are the next generation. You have to understand it. And how long will it be used? And how long will you stay there? And how long until Marwa becomes an aged person of 80s? Are you going to be there? Start acting responsibly. Don't be an internute. Act responsibly, Buana. Don't be a sluggish and a sarcastic person that you cannot understand yourself. Keep it tuned, guys, because everything is possible. They have to come out if they want to come out. Nobody's interested. So they can come out. I'm done, man. Yeah. Hey. Kuja nimeenda bana. I have to tell them that I'm gone, eh? Yeah, I'm gone. Come and pass here. No problem. So I have to alert them because they have to understand that I'm gone. Eh? So that's the best way of handling it. So everything is moving forward. Keep it tuned. Keep it locked. Get into here. And if you have never subscribed, like, share, comment, still we are there to make it happen. And nobody can intimidate us. Because what we know, we were being intimidated at this time. Oh, let's act, change, and motivate. Give hope and make it happen. Gintu Skika, back again. This is it.